Some of the things I'm reading on the socials and I'm reading in group chats from City fans, Chelsea fans, Man United fans, Arsenal fans, that this Liverpool season is a one-off and they won't dominate next season. They won't win the league next season. They won't win a trophy next season. As it stands right now, Liverpool are 15 points clear of Arsenal, 21 points clear of Chelsea, 23 points clear of City, nearly 45 points clear of Manchester United and Spurs. The narrative in the rivals like group chats, I'm seeing that this is only going to be a one-off season. When Arsenal get their striker, they're going to go and win the league. And don't get me wrong, they could. Once Chelsea go and get a goalkeeper, a centre-back and a striker, they're going to win the league. City are doing their rebuild now. Once Manchester United's players understand Ruben's philosophy and, mindset of football, they'll be back. Like, guys, this isn't a fluke. Liverpool have been by far the best team this season. Yes, they might not be the Man City Centurions team. Yes, they might not be the Man City or the Man United Trebles team. But Liverpool could get stronger. Liverpool could go and sign an Alexander Isak. Liverpool right now are the favourites to sign Kerekes from Bournemouth. Liverpool right now have still got young players coming into their team. They won the League Cup last year with kids. They're about to potentially win the League Cup back-to-back. If they beat Newcastle, they could do a treble this season. Where is this coming from? Like, we've got to discuss it. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video. Make sure you have that subscribe button. We are steamrolling our way towards 50,000 subscribers. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. 91% of you that's watched the content in March are not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Go down and hit that subscribe button. Now, I'm going to bring up the league table because I want to look at where Liverpool have won their 2 Premier League titles and look at the following season. So they're 15 points clear right now. Yes, Arsenal have got a game in hand. They could reduce that deficit to 12 points, right? But we all know the league's done. They need 16 points out of their remaining 10 games. I think it's 5 wins and a draw. Let's just be brutally honest. They've won the league. But let's cast everyone's mind back to the 1920 season when Liverpool absolutely dominated the Premier League. I mean, that is ridiculous, by the way. 99 points. The following season, Liverpool finished 3rd. They did drop off a little bit. The difference is, though, between then and now, is Liverpool's midfield is better. They've already put the planning in place, which they did last season. Jurgen Klopp, he deserves so much credit for that one season to sign Endo, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister. Lots of people now saying, is McAllister world class? Yes, Trent may go. You got Conor Bradley. They'll go and get right back. The one that is going to be incredibly difficult to replace is, of course, Mohamed Salah. I think Van Dijk will sign. The narrative that Liverpool won't win the Premier League this season because they may lose a couple of players. But do you guys not look at it from the other perspective that they only brought in Federico Chiesa? Georgi Mamardashvili will be there in summer. So they've essentially got a lot of money put aside for transfers because they're about to win the Premier League. They could win the Champions League, and they didn't spend a lot. They've got Michael Edwards and Hughes from Bournemouth, Michael Edwards is one of the most intelligent footballing brains in the Premier League. He helped build that Tottenham side under Pochettino. I know they didn't win anything, but the likes of Toby and Yang, Dembele, Son, Lloris, Kyle Walker, he signed some incredible talent. And if Liverpool beat PSG, which I do expect them to win tomorrow, they're in the quarterfinals. They then beat Newcastle. Arne Slot has been there 7 or 8 months. He's won his first trophy. They're about to win the league and they're about to win the Champions League. What makes everyone think that Liverpool are going to slow down next season? Jamie Carragher said this the other day that he thinks Liverpool will win next season. At this moment in time, I think they will. No one can match their defensive record right now. The closest team, of course, is Arsenal. And don't get me wrong, they are defensively better, but Liverpool have more clean sheets. Arsenal have less goals conceded. So what defense would you say is better? No one can match their firepower. They've scored nearly 20 more goals than Arsenal, nearly 20 more goals than City and Chelsea, nearly 30 more goals than Nottingham Forest, and they are the top 3 teams below them. They've got Salah, Jota, Nunes is going to go. They'll probably replace him. Federico Chiesa, Luis Diaz, and Cody Gakpo. Their midfield, if they bring in an out-and-out DM and bring in another attacking midfielder, it's one of the best midfields as it stands in Europe. They're only going to strengthen. And the way you could argue they are a little bit weak in terms of their depth is their centre-back depth. You know, Joe Gomez has been injured for a long time now. Quansah, for me, is okay, but they need more than that. If they get a big injury to Konate or Van Dijk, I would worry about their defence. But it's not like they can't go and strengthen in the summer. Alex Ferguson, when he was Manchester United manager, always strengthened while they were on top. I don't think Manchester City will win the Premier League next season. Who knows what's going to happen with regard to their court case? They might get a huge deduction. They might get a huge fine. They might get a transfer ban. Arsenal, they might not even sign a striker. Who knows? They might bring in a winger and a midfielder. They still can't match Liverpool's firepower. So for Liverpool to be on 69 goals and Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Spurs, all on 52 and 53, where are they going to gain that 20, by the end of the season, 25 goal swing? You know, the narrative is that Chelsea sign a centre-back and a goalkeeper. You know, they might be stronger and a forward, but I still don't think there's enough in that to challenge. Like, they will challenge, but I don't think there's enough to win a league title. These Liverpool players like Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, Salah have been there, seen it, and done it. They've won it all. McAllister's won a World Cup. Robertson's won it all. You know, majority of their team that play have won major honours. How many of that Chelsea team have won major honours? How many of that Man United team have won major honours? How many of that Spurs or Arsenal team have won major honours? The only team which I could see a valid argument for is, of course, Manchester City, and that's because they've won countless league titles. But Van Dijk was in the last league title winning team. Alisson was. Salah was. Trent was. Robertson was. There's still a spine there of players that have won it all. You know? How many of these players in rival teams can you say the same thing for? And what happens if Trent, Van Dijk, and Salah all sign contracts going into next season? And what happens if they go out and sign Alexander Isak on top? You know, the narrative at the beginning of the season was Liverpool haven't played anyone. Then they beat everyone. But, you know, Salah's leaving at the end of the season. But what happens if he signs? Trent's going Madrid, right? Okay, who cares? They'll bring another right back in. They may go and get, you know, Pedro Porro or Frimpong from Leverkusen, or, you know, they'll go and replace him. And then what happens going into next season? But you know, you've only won 2 league titles. It's still not as many, Prems as Arsenal or this team or that team. I don't get the excuses that rival fans and pundits and people in group chats and people on the socials, like, I don't get where it's coming from. I really don't. Like, Arsenal fans are coming out there and saying, Henry, wait till we get a striker, we're going to win the Premier League. You may go all the way again, but there's what I would say is, when you look at that Liverpool team, it's stacked with winners. Like, Havertz has won a Champions League. Gabriel hasn't won anything. Saka's won an FA Cup. Odegaard's won an FA Cup. Trossard's won nothing. Timber's won a few things in the Netherlands. Calafiori hasn't won anything. Raya hasn't won anything. It's very, very difficult for Arsenal to go again and, you know, challenge and keep winning major honours when you look at how strong that Liverpool team is. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd be very, very interested to hear your thoughts. I am planning on posting some content on the second channel very, very soon, so get down and subscribe to that. Do you think that Liverpool's title this season is a one-off? Do you think they have what it takes to go again? Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. I am out.